Like a lot of people, I had often demanded that the world give me all that I felt it owed me, but in response, it had turned its back on me in indifference. I was advised by others wiser and more experienced than myself not to give up because the world doesn't give up that easily either. You have to fight for what you want. So I tried battling with the world, but I didn't get anywhere and I ended up exhausted. My advisors had a ready answer for this too. You are the problem. Change yourself before you start demanding things of life. So I battled with myself, but this turned out to be even harder than battling with the world. And this little passage in chapter 1 of Reality Transurfing is a very pointed experience that most of us have, that when there's something that we don't like in our life and we try really hard to change it, often we're coming from this energy of resistance and disgust and frustration. And when we just turn the volume up on that, that basically is trying harder. And it actually doesn't get the results, right? Like it ends up with either things staying the same or getting worse. Like the more we fight and the harder we try, right? It's like essentially we're reinforcing the problem by hating it, detesting it, resisting it, fighting it. And this happens in every area of our life. We can see, those things that we might be struggling with, that we've been struggling with forever. So how this applies, I notice in health, is that when people have different problems with their bodies, different symptom pictures, which, this society calls disease, there's often this feeling inside of that, and I hear people actually say this out loud, like my body is betraying me. And there's like a victim mentality that also goes with that, where it's like I'm trying so hard and nothing's working, and I'm frustrated with the results I'm getting. I'm frustrated with my body. And what happens is usually people then push harder, like these so-called experts in this passage, right? There's something wrong with you. Try harder. Don't give up. Just keep trying. But what happens is there's going to be a pushback, right? So I like to think of the body as like an animal. And we all know what happens if you have an animal that's not behaving, and if you're aggressive towards it, and which is basically like being abusive towards the animal, trying to teach or get a behavior out of it by using force or aggression. What results is the animal becomes either very afraid or it becomes aggressive. And neither of those are a healthy animal, right? So it's the same thing with our body. If we're relating to our body like it's something that we can just push and shove around and force and make it what we want, whether it's, trying to overcome a disease, right? Like we have these institutions around different diseases and we hear things like the fight against, right? The fight against this, the fight against that. And all this does is reinforce the problem. It doesn't actually result in cures or healings, right? So we have to change this mentality. It's not about trying harder. It's literally about asking the body or the situation in our life, whether you want to apply this to your health or anything else in life, like finding out what either your body, when it comes to health, or your the part of yourself that's struggling with the thing in life, what it's truly needing and what it's truly asking for, and coming towards that part of you with a loving approach. And that looks more like relaxation and self-care and nurturing that part of oneself, not fighting a disease or fighting a life situation or fighting ourselves, but really going in and looking at, what do I need? What are my unmet needs in this situation? Or what is it that my body is begging for and crying out for with the symptoms that I'm experiencing. Because everything that your body is doing is not to harm you. It's not against you. It's not failing you. It's literally doing what it's designed to do, which is to have a symptom, a physical symptom in response to something that isn't right and that needs to transform in our life. It's a cry for help. Just like if something is about to break, if your car is going to break down, the warning light's going to go on to tell you that something isn't right and it needs to be looked at and addressed and nurtured. So if we stop fighting against, instead start nurturing and use nurturing and nourishment as the path to healing, not fighting and forcing against what we don't desire, and start nourishing ourselves into health and healing.